Evening, everyone. That's right, we're back with another outfit review, baby! And this ain't any old outfit either, but actually one of my grails. Kind of. I've only ever had one the entire 7 years I've been in this hobby. Twilight Dream, released on March 30th, 2019, as part of the Dollfie Best Selection project. Initially, it did stick around in the Volks USA shop for a while, if I can recall, but obviously, I prioritized buying dolls instead. I literally can't find her anywhere on the secondhand market. I need it so bad. It was such a beautiful set for such a good price. Since then, there hasn't been another one like her. Several outfits have been close to obtaining real status, but none have had that I do anything to have it feeling Twilight Dream gives me. Well, obviously, this video wouldn't be here if another one didn't pop up, right? Tsukio Otome, which released back in September of last year, along with a mini version, rabbit ear clips, and lace-up socks is exactly what I want to see in a moon-themed collection. The colors, the subtle motif, the schemy theming, gorgeous. The only thing I'd really change is the secondary rabbit motif, but it does have a connection to schemy, and I mean, the ears are sold separately. As you can probably guess, I passed up on this outfit at initial release with hopes of it sticking around the Volk shop so I could buy it when I had enough dough. Well, in a matter of months, Tsukio Otome sold out, so I was pretty shocked since I didn't hear much hype around this particular outfit, but it did seem there were still a few being sold on location at some Volk stores. Curse them for not releasing it a year prior. It would have been so much easier to get if I was still living near one. For a few months, I kinda put it out of my mind until a friend asked if I wanted anything from Japan as they were going in April. Now, let me make it clear. Usually, I wouldn't ask anyone, especially a close friend of mine, who isn't in the hobby to proxy such an expensive item, but I think the fact that I did ask, hey, so there's this doll dress, really shows how crazy I was about it. Much thanks to them, I'm so grateful. Also, yes, I did get the stuff along with the Mojito goods, and I literally thought, there's no way I'm gonna wait until September to open this up. As mentioned before, tonight we'll be taking a look at Tsukio Otome, or when directly translated to English, Moonlight Maiden, which was released as part of the Tenchi no Koromo September New Outfit Collection, 2023. Interestingly enough, the official English name is actually Moonlit Night Maiden. My friend bought it at Doll Point Akihabara back in April, and unlike the Mojito goods that were gifted to me, I paid for this one myself. 8,250 yen, or about 55 US dollars. It can fit almost all 1/3 Dollfie Dream sizes, from Dollfie Dream Sister to Dollfie Dream Boy, with the exception of Dollfie Dream Dynamite. We'll see about that though. There are a lot of pieces of the set. First, this absolutely gorgeous shimmery white dress. It's sleeveless with a raised white collar attached to a tulle-like fabric that has altering strings of white and gold tinsel woven in, which connects it to the bodice trimmed with an elegant ruffle on top. The main section is split into 3 parts, connected by a gold and white ribbon in the center that laces up in a crisscrossed fashion. The ends where it connects the 2 outer pieces are trimmed with lace. Moving on to the skirt, it's made up of a sheer shimmery chiffon with a large ruffle at the bottom. It's surprisingly super soft, the quality is so amazing, I couldn't stop petting it. The inside is lined with white, most likely to prevent anything from showing through, since, as I mentioned before, the chiffon is pretty see-through. The dress closes up with 3 metal hooks and corresponding thread loops in the back, which I'm not really a fan of. However, not only is there 1 row of thread, but 3. As listed on the packaging, this outfit can fit multiple bust sizes, and to account for that, an extra piece of elastic is sewn in, since the main fabric has little to no stretch. 2 threads are sewn towards the outer edge, and another one is sewn towards the inner edge of the sectioned off elastic piece. An overskirt. It's dark blue with a high waistband accented by a thin gold rope running through the middle. The lower part split off into 2 flaps, continuing with the same gold rope trimming, except it's not rope this time, but some sort of embroidered on gold thread trimmed with ruffles made out of a dark blue fabric. The back is pretty much the same cut, except the flaps lie straight across rather than fold inwards. And just like most of these pieces, the back opens with 2 hook and eye closures, folding all the way out. I was not expecting that actually. The waistband is also unexpectedly lined with white, which this piece shouldn't pose a problem with staining in the first place, since it's already going to be layered over the white dress. Long white furisode style detached sleeves. Attached to the opening are 2 ribbons that match the color of the overskirt. What an interesting design, huh? That they just opted to leave them hanging there. Yep, you're totally not supposed to tie them around a certain place that doesn't have any ribbon accents, so it won't match the bottom part, which has the same ribbon running through a trim of lace. It's completely sewn in, so staining isn't an issue. These sleeves simply slip onto the arm through a double-layered ruffle opening. The inside layer uses the same sparkly chiffon as the dress, which is sewn onto some elastic to give the sleeves some grip. A detached fluffy white collar, with an intricately designed gold pendant attached to the center. It's a circle with a piece cut out in the middle made to somewhat resemble a crescent moon. The rest of the pendant is filled in with a thin garland-like design that runs through the center. Remaining spaces are filled in with various dotted thin lines. The outer edge has 3 loops, each with a dangly dark blue crystal bead. The collar itself opens up with another hook and eye closure, except this time the eye part is made out of metal instead of thread. This was incredibly hard to open for some reason. The smooth plush backing did not help, as some of the fur from the outside would slip in between the loop part, blocking the hook coming out. The fabric is quite soft and high quality though. I haven't had any shedding so far. A bow. On top we have a fluffy white pom-pom meant to mimic a rabbit's tail, or tsukimidango. The same gold cord that was used on the overskirt's waistband, but this time it's tied into a tasseled bow. Layer 3 is a simple dark blue bow. Man, these are some consistent colors. Fourth and in the middle is the same tulle fabric used on the dress's collar. Last but not least is this gorgeous sheer tiered white ribbon. Turning our focus to the back, I actually wasn't expecting the connecting point to be a magnet. I guess it allows for a seamless look without having to worry about a string or metal hook bulking up the already many layers of fabric. Finally, we have a pretty standard Volks mesh petticoat. It's cut to be a little shorter than the dress skirt and has an elastic waistband. Yahoo! Dress up time! I could not skip this one at all because this outfit has so many different parts, it's super confusing. Tonight, we're testing this outfit to the extreme with Thomas, who is on the Smart Doll Boy body, Slim. Do know it's a size that wasn't even considered during the making of Tsukiyo Otome, different companies and whatnot, so don't expect it to fit one-on-one. Anyways, starting off, I've already made my first mistake, which honestly, I don't know why I put the petticoat on first. I literally have 2 other outfits with this exact setup. You'd think I'd remember by now, so disregard anything I'm doing here. Now, the actual first step is to put on the dress. The hook and eye closures were so difficult to clip on, we already knew that though, but I didn't expect them to be that hard to close. Thank goodness for the extra elastic piece. Honestly, I think this has got to be one of the best fitting Volks outfits. On the Smart Doll Boy body, that is. With that being said, I think there's a possibility the Dynamite body can even fit, even though it wasn't listed on the package. I assume the bust size wasn't the reason they didn't include it, but the hips, which Smart Doll Boys do kind of share similar measurements with. Take that with an extreme grain of salt though, because I don't actually have a Dynamite to test it out with. Once that's on, slip the petticoat underneath. Also, don't worry if you're like, Zam, you're getting your bare hands all over the vinyl. I washed them very thoroughly before. It's way better than my usual white. I mean, they're kind of gray now. Gloves, I need to clean them. Since the petticoat was flattened in the package for so long, it kind of gave the dress a horizontal poof rather than a circular one, so I had to mess with it a bit to correct the shape. By the end of this clip, it still doesn't look too good, but once I put on all the other layers, the petticoat bounced back to a nice round shape. At this point, I realized the bow needed to go somewhere, so initially I blue tacked the magnet to Thomas's back, but, I overestimated how strong these magnets were, and it did not pick up under that many layers of fabric. In the end, I wedged it between the underskirt's waistband on the back. It kinda worked, but I really wish there was some sort of instruction on how to attach it. Funny thing about that too. The product pictures show the bow being used in many different ways. It's a super versatile piece, and I definitely should have checked that first, but there's still no clear indication of how you're supposed to stick the magnet on. If you want it to be more secure, I recommend using a piece of tape. Finally, we have two items left, the sleeves and the collar. They're pretty separated from the rest of the outfit, so it doesn't matter what order you put them on or not. The promo photos even showcase the dress without them for a more Western style look, not sure how to describe it. But for the sake of this video, I'll be showcasing how the full set looks together, so I opted to put on the sleeves first. I'm pausing here to tell you that the ribbons randomly hanging off the side were supposed to be tied underneath the ruffles. Yeah, after all that too, it was super easy to slip them on. Just remember to take off any hand parts first. Finally, I put on the detached collar, which was easier to close than I thought. To finish off this look, I'll be pairing these heart pattern lace socks with these white boots that have definitely seen better days. Yeesh. I put them on off camera. And here's the final look. This might be my favorite Volks outfit so far. Initially, I wasn't really feeling it on Thomas, like I thought maybe I just need to put it on another doll, but nah. Once I added the final touches, these moon earrings I bought a year ago added me, and this headband, which wow, I wonder where the ribbon part came from. How mysterious. It immediately clicked together. This outfit isn't intended for Thomas in the first place, but for a doll who will also use the Smart Doll boy body, so I'm pretty happy it fits well. There's some tension in the front where it doesn't stretch much, but not bad, unlike some other outfits where one or two buttons refuse to close. Speaking of which, my only issue is with how frustrating it is to use the hook and eye closures, especially the metal collar one. If it was super difficult to open by itself, I can only imagine how much more difficult it's going to be with a doll in the way. Oh, there's also this really weird stain on the inside hem of the sleeve. I have no idea what it is or how it got there. The steak I ate before recording the dress-up portion did have a sauce that was kinda similar in color, but no food ever went near it. I can't tell from any of the footage whether the stain was there or not right out of the package, but you know, for my sake, I'm gonna pretend that somehow I had sauce on my finger and it happened to specifically end up on the inside hem. Anyways, other than that, I have no major complaints. It was really fun to work on one of these outfit unboxings again, and don't worry, I have plenty more in store. But before that, yes, we are getting another Anime Expo recap, and 2 other very special videos. Sorry I'm taking so long on them, I've been procrastinating bad, but hopefully the first one will come out sometime in October. And with that, good night.